How's it going, lads? In less than a month, the long-awaited fight between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn will finally take place. Both are the sons of British boxing legends, eager to carve out their own legacies. While neither may fully live up to the monumental achievements of their fathers, that's no surprise. Boxing is a brutal sport where legends are made through blood, sweat, and years of sacrifice. But what happens when the next generation steps into the ring? Some rise to the challenge, while others crumble under the pressure. Today we'll look beyond Eubank Jr. and Benn, exploring the kids of legendary boxers, the ones who stepped out of their father's shadows and the ones who failed to live up to the legends. So without further ado, let's dive in. First up, the daughter of the greatest himself, Laila Ali. Undefeated at 24-0, she dominated women's boxing for nearly a decade. Unlike some second-generation fighters, Laila didn't just ride on her father's name. She built her own legacy with her speed, footwork, and knockout power. She defeated some of the biggest names in women's boxing at the time, including Jackie Frazier, daughter of Joe Frazier, and also Christy Merton. She didn't just live up to the expectations, she set new standards for women's boxing. But not everyone can live up to the family name. Ricky Hatton was a warrior in the ring, a relentless pressure fighter, and a massive fan following. His fights against Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are legendary, even in defeat. His son, Campbell Hatton, has struggled under the weight of expectations. Still in his early stages of his career, and after back-to-back losses at area title level,
unanimous decision, the young lion Jimmy Joe.
Campbell has faced criticism for lacking his father's explosiveness and being given favourable matchups. Whether he can improve and make a real name for himself remains to be seen. Next, we have a father-son duo where the son completely eclipsed the father. Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Mayweather Jr. Sr. was a solid welterweight with great defensive skills, but it was his son who changed the sport forever. Floyd Jr. perfected the shoulder roll, made elite opponents look average, and became one of the most financially successful athletes in history. His 50-0 record, 15 major world titles, and victories over legends like Pacquiao, Canelo, and De La Hoya solidify his place among the all-time greats. But on the other hand, Hasim Rahman Jr. shocked the world by knocking out Lennox Lewis to become heavyweight champion in 2001. It was one of the greatest upsets in boxing history, but his son, Hasim Rahman Jr., has not been able to come close to that success. Rather than facing top-tier opponents, he has been overshadowed by his losses to Mackenzie Morrison, son of Tommy Morrison, and also Greg Hardy. Whether he can recover from those embarrassing losses is uncertain, but his career is already miles away from his father's success. Julio Cesar Chavez is a Mexican boxing icon, a warrior with an unbelievable 107 career wins and a record-breaking streak of 87 straight victories. His pressure fighting, granite chin, and relentless body shots made him one of the greatest of all time. His son, however, Chavez Jr., had natural talent and even became a WBC world champion, but lacked the heart and discipline of his father. He has been criticized for his poor conditioning and lackluster performances, including an infamous loss to Canelo Alvarez where he barely threw punches. Chavez Jr. had the potential to be a great, but never lived up to the expectations of his father. Finally, the biggest tragedy of them all, Marvis Frazier. Son of Smokin' Joe Frazier, he was a skilled fighter with solid amateur experience. However, he was pushed into the professional ranks too early and thrown to the wolves. A brutal first-round knockout loss to Larry Holmes should have been a warning sign, but he was later placed against a young, ferocious Mike Tyson, and the result, a 30-second demolition that effectively ended any hope of him living up to his father's name. Marvis may have been talented, but the heavyweight division was simply too dangerous for him. Some fighters embrace their father's name and build their own legacy. Others get crushed by the weight of expectations. Boxing is ruthless, and names alone don't win fights. Who do you think the biggest success story was, and who had the hardest fall? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.